Okay. We might be live. We might be live. We're testing. We're 12 seconds in. That's muted. Actually, I want to hear the audio. Okay, let's test your microphone. Is it on? Let's see. A is not trans. Oh, there it is. A little delay. I'm not hearing you. Testing 1, 2. But I can't tell because I'm wearing 2 microphones. Hello, everybody. How you doing? We're trying to get our tech support working. Oh my goodness! Now the question is, we're going to get him to keep speaking on that microphone. We'll get this figured out in a second. Oh, how about now? I have 2, but I want to make sure we're in stereo. I figured it out. I think we're good now. Oh no, I was better before. I wasn't planning on being a live tech support here. Carl, how's it going? I'm going to check what's going on with that one. Volume 27. I'm seeing a line level. Oh, it's got an LPR in it, yes. Okay, I'm going to put the headphones on and see what's going on. I'm hearing you here. It's so weird. Yeah. Well, that's suboptimal. I hear you the whole time. I still hear you. Well, this is not good because you're channel A. It's coming through. I'm hearing it come through. We are having technical difficulties. Adina, I put you on screen. I put mommy on screen. My daughter says, "Why are you not talking about us? Talk about Carl." Oh, okay. Is this live? Yes, this is live. Let's see. It's not working. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Actually, maybe you can speak loudly and we'll get on to this. Maybe you can switch subjects. I completely hear you. Let's see. Turn that one off. Press that down. Well, they can hear me. So speak up. I'm supposed to speak up. It's really directional. I think it's just you that they can't hear. Maybe I have an invisible voice. He has an invisible voice. Wouldn't that be a thing? And of course, TikTok's not carrying its messages over. That's great. Oh no, TikTok's working. Is TikTok working? Yeah, we see TikTok messages. That's good. Okay, that's. Yes, we are at the international party. tech guy says loves the old cop car.
Diplomat, 1988.
Let me continue to try and figure this out. There's absolutely no reason why this is not working, unless it's a wire thing. I'm going to turn off my microphone for a second. Okay, try that again. We're testing. My microphone's still coming through. Are we on the same channel? Testing. Oh, I'm channel A. My mic is off. So where's the microphone coming in from? Hang on, I got an idea.
This one says A01.
Okay, so that's coming through. I think I know what's wrong. Settings. I think I figured it out. Audio. That's what's going on.
You solved it? Is it working? Can you hear me? Yeah, it's working now.
It's perfect, actually. It's magical. Okay, now we're in business. Okay.
I gotta turn my phone down.
Yes, you do. And we have to turn down the volume. So why can't I make it there? 0. Okay, slide over a little bit. Slide over a little bit. I'll turn that a little bit, or I'll take this one out.
There we go.
All right. Now we are ready to go. That only took 7 minutes and 23 seconds.
7 minutes and 23 seconds to get live.
Yes.
That's because we don't have an engineer.
Well, I am my own.
Yeah, you're an engineer, producer, marketing.
Yes, I take care of all of those. Okay, let's see here. Good evening. So originally was using the microphone over there. So the microphone on the anyway, it was a mess. Now I do. So we have greetings and salutations from Akela Draconis. The question was, is this live? And absolutely, with all of the issues, this is live. Paul says, cool.
1808.
Yeah, 608 is 1808. Is it illegal to drift a baggage belt loader in my neighborhood? I don't even know where the joke is there. You work at nights this week. Mikey D wants to know. I am at the automotive show, the auto show, and we're here for the duration of the event. It goes until the 25th, which is a Sunday, next Sunday. I'm not here tomorrow, but I'm here for the rest of the show. Open to close, 10 to 10. He'll be here tomorrow.
And I'm on holidays.
You're coming in on your holidays?
I'm on holidays right now.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
I'm on my holidays because
You have no life. We got a question. Ism says, hey, officer, are you at the International Car Show? Yes. Absolutely. And it's amazing. I don't know if you're watching this or if you've been here before, but this is an enormous event. It's a north and south building of the MTCC, the Metro Toronto Convention Center. There's amazing, cool cars here. Yes. We were walking around, went to get a bite to eat, and realized that I need a second job to be able to afford some of these. What was the nicest car we walked by in the route that we took?
Well, we're in the Toyota, Lexus, Polestar, Ford area in the 800 level. And I think the nicest one we saw was a Lexus GX 450.
Was that the bluey, purpley one? It was pretty.
Oh, that was the SC. The two-seater convertible.
Very, yeah. The two, I figure it's got a seat in the back so you can use a seatbelt to secure your laptop. There's no way a human being would fit there.
Not even a child.
No, not even a dog.
No.
It's really just an insurance game. I don't understand, but whatever. And then we.
GX SUV that you took a look at. Was even too
I'll turn it off again.
Sorry, like.
just turn the
Are we blinding? We're blinding. I think we're blinding everybody in the booth.
I'm realizing I'm not feeling well when it's on.
Okay. Well, if it's negatively impacting you, we will turn it off. So is it help if the rear flashers are off?
Yeah, I just turned the rear flashers off.
Okay. Our strobes do trigger things for some people, so I'm glad you let us know. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, Mikey D used to have a booth at the auto show when he owned. I didn't know you owned a tin shop. Cool. Ryan says thank you for all your hard work. Louis says blink twice if you're in trouble. Glad to meet you earlier today. That's from Evan, who obviously I met today. Okay, we talked about the baggage belts question. We talked about loving the old car. Can we tint a windshield, a front windshield? The easy answer is no. It would render your vehicle unsafe. And that means we'd be taking your plates and you'd be towing your vehicle to wherever you want to tow it, but you wouldn't be driving away.
Unless you're capable of peeling it off at the side of the road.
Which is an option, but some officers may not give you that opportunity. Maybe I would.
If you're in a safe place and you have time, peel the stuff off, it can be effectively taken off. Then you corrected the circumstance and rendered your car safe.
I have no problem with that. This comment from Bugsy Jr. wants to know, are you not government funded? We are police officers, and we do this in the capacity of as police officers. I am paid for being a police officer. So yes, this is a function of the police. We do traffic law, traffic safety, education. We do trade shows where we engage the public, and this is part of that.
So stop by the booth. We'll give you some safety tips.
Oh, yeah.
We do have some devices here that we can demonstrate, like our speed laser measuring device, as well as our alco tester. And we do have some cool vehicles, such as our Charger, our old Caravelle, the old Crown Vic.
I love the Crown Vic.
Which is not as old as
some It's a 2011, and it was what I drove when I first got on. Maybe not this model, but at the end of the day, it is still my favorite police car.
It was tried and true.
Sure.
It just got to a point where newer technologies come out, and it just eventually, like any evolution, we've moved on to the Ford Explorer.
Now, they also discontinued it, so we had absolutely no choice. I think we bought the last 200 off the line, and it was sad to see him go. Now, the Ford Taurus, which came in for a short time, I absolutely could not stand or fit into.
I actually like the Ford Taurus personally, but I'm a much smaller man, and I was comfortable in it, and I sat. It had great response for what I was doing, and I did enjoy the vehicle. But as far as putting people in the back, and as a police vehicle, yes, it was quite small. But to this date, my most favorite vehicle is
Harley Davidson Cruiser. Hell yes.
2015 Harley Davidson electric line.
Yeah, and up until that fateful day on 2018 when I was in my crash, that was the only thing I ever wanted to be on. As a kid, I wanted to ride one, and as a police officer, that was the best way to make a dollar.
It's fun. I really enjoy it. It's my primary go-to in the summertime, and I'm really looking forward to the evolution to a newer bike when we bring in the possibility of BMWs or one of the bikes that we're looking at.
We may. Oh no, I'm checking batteries. I should probably prepare a change of batteries really soon because I see a red light. That's the warning. And I might be able to get batteries in a hot swap. We'll see what happens. We'll keep going in the meantime. Let's see here. If my G2 expired and I just got my G1 again, do I have to wait 12 months before my next G2? The answer is it depends. I would talk to the Ministry of Transportation, drivetest.ca, Service Ontario. But my understanding is unless it was more than 3 years of being unlicensed or expired, that you would still be able to just continue where you left off. But seeing as I am not the authority on that, I would check with drivetest.ca or the ministry. Let's see here. Okay, we got... So the question is, can we talk about that car? So we can for a second. Let's rotate to this car. Do we want to do a walk and talk?
Sure.
So,
I don't know much about it because it's definitely before my time as a police officer. However, we got one officer, Sergeant Brett Moore, that's with us today. This is a 1988 Chrysler or Dodge Caravelle.
You're on Twitch, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, everything.
Caravelle. So the Dodge Diplomat, the Plymouth Caravelle, they're basically the same vehicle.
As I almost dropped the entire camera.
What's going on here now?
We're live streaming.
Oh, good. In this case, are you live streaming right now? Oh, you get to hear the thing. What's going on here now? Oh, good.
I think he's reading the placard. My mic is hot. His mic is hot. We're probably talking over each other.
Yes.
Okay. Anna's on camera now. Okay. Bugsy Jr., we got that. What we got here? We're live streaming. All right, we got, let's see here. I'll point that down. This is on the go. All right, we're by the motorcycle now. You can sit on the motorcycle.
I'm going to go side saddle. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Now, this is one of the motorcycles I actually got to ride.
Miss Blinky.
And currently, with 33,000 kilometers on it, and it's one of the newer, later motorcycles in our fleet. And I think we have close to 35 or 40 Harley Davidsons in total that we use for traffic safety and traffic enforcement, as well as our motor squad deals with escorts, dignitary escorts, and things like that through Toronto during the summertime, and highly trained officers that were specifically trained in order to escort vehicles through this congested city on special occasions. You back?
My mic is not yet on. However, the comment from Miha is that I wish I could drive one of those motorcycles one day.
Join the police service? Not a problem. Go to traffic services. We'd be happy to train.
And they want to know if that's a 103 in that bike.
Yes, it is. The 2015s had the 103. I know Harley Davidson has moved up to, I believe it's called the 107 Milwaukee engine. I'm not a Harley Davidson guy. I don't know a great deal about them. However, that I do know.
Okay. So I'm going to come back here so I can sit and read these off. Stay where you are. It's good. Okay. What do I got here? As I'm reading things off what do we got here? Can we start? Just a reminder to use the letter Q in the beginning of your question so we know it's a question. And someone says, Gordon says, see us Saturday. Sadly, I will not be here Saturday unless you're talking about next Saturday, but he will be.
I started, I guess I show up at 9:30 and I'm here till 10 o'clock.
The most offensive thing anyone's ever said, Punch was a lot more good looking. Puncharello.
Oh.
Frank Puncharello from Chips. Not only was he in better shape, but he had the whole Latin thing going on, yeah.
Yeah, and he was much younger too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, probably a lot younger than we are now. Actually, I think they were in their 20s.
But surprisingly, Chips and those type of television shows actually didn't inspire me to.
Did not?
No.
See, I was totally one of the biggest influences of me getting in.
Well, don't forget, I was a paramedic first. So my big thing was emergency or Squad 51.
Let's see here. Jessica wants to know about, she says, with the guns breaking and entering, can you honestly say that we're not supposed to protect ourselves? No one says you're not supposed to protect yourselves. The law allows you to protect yourself. That says there's excessive force and you're criminally responsible for what you do in excess of what's reasonable. Yes. I'm moving over here to adjust the camera. Hello. By all means.
Yeah, no, sure, yeah. I want to think because my friend works for 23 Division.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming over tomorrow, so I'm going to put
Nice. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
I'm good, yourself?
Outside of that, then you will be responsible.
It's not to say that you can't defend yourself. It's about what's reasonable. And I think a lot of people have an issue, and that's where people get into trouble.
It's very nuanced. I've had this conversation many times before, and one of the things that I've said is it's extremely nuanced. Intent comes in, actions come in, language comes in. So your best bet is, when faced with a circumstance, call the police and let us do our job.
Is it illegal to have a cracked windshield that isn't directly obstructing your vision?
Yes, the windshield is actually part of the safety systems on your car. It's used to help direct airbags into the proper position during a collision. And when you have a cracked windshield and that windshield is compromised, it compromises the safety of your vehicle. So it needs to be corrected as soon as possible.
Oh, they gotta catch you this one.
We should put pylons up so people know that they're walking on camera. Is this question has come up before, but I think it's great to talk about it with you. Is it illegal to endlessly drive in a roundabout? Just continuously driving in circles.
I don't think so. Offhand, I don't.
It's not illegal, but what I've always said is that there's a very good chance that you're going to be investigated for impaired operation.
Well, that's entirely possible. Where I grew up, we actually had a place. I grew up in Goderich, Ontario, and we had a place called The Square, which wasn't an actual square. It was an octagon. And you literally, and I've done it as a teenager and 20-year-old, you could literally drive around in circles all night until you ran out of gas. It was that. And in the center of it was our courthouse.
The next question is, how tall are you, or how short is the guy on the motorcycle?
I'm extremely short. He's exceptionally tall.
I'm 6'5". You are not.
You got almost a full foot on me.
I'm trying to figure. I just realized that the images are reversed or reflected. I want to change that. Give me a second. So I'm going to try and fix this. Settings, video. Why is it set to mirror? I don't want mirror. All right. That's my thumb. All right. Now it's reversed properly. Now you can read that it says, "Don't text and drive." That's my first the realization of the fact that it was mixed. All right. We can't hear your colleague. When did that change? Is that 1817? It's a while ago. Is that still on?
Did you lose your battery?
Checking. No, we're still live. I got a spare pair in the pocket, so we'll be ready. So I don't know. Let's see.
Is it better now?
That's still good, I think. All right. Oh, he's got a, what do we got here? They have a A19 Road Glide Special. And then we talked about the 103 already. Okay, we can hear him now. Okay, good. We're talking about, question about, and maybe you know the answer to this one. Can I drive a 5-speed manual transmission 5-ton truck with an automatic transmission restricted A?
Wait, can I drive a 5-speed manual transmission truck?
Yeah, we're on camera there.
With an automatic.
You can walk by, but you're going to be on camera to the whole world.
With an automatic.
I know it's a roundabout question. It's spinning me around. I'm not a commercial motor vehicle guy. I don't know.
If you had a restricted to an automatic, then you can't drive a manual transmission.
Then there you go. I know that whatever you test on is what you can use.
So I know in Ministry of Transportation prior, like when I was much younger, they had just your standard Class A and with a Z endorsement.
Well, it's five. This is gonna sound terrible. It's a 5-ton truck. I can drive a 25-foot straight truck, automatic or manual.
As long as it's under a certain.
As long as it doesn't require air brakes. That's a G-class vehicle.
As long as it's under 10,000 kilograms, right?
Is it 20,000 or 10,000? Back of the license.
10,000 kilograms or 11,000 kilograms, 20,000 pounds.
Let's look at the back of the license, because you know what, the license.
We have charts to look these things up because there's so much to remember.
11,000 kilos.
There you go, 11,000 kilograms.
Which is 22,000 pounds. Okay, give or take. Okay, Roll says, oh my God, Sean, are you on the show tomorrow? What time? Want to say hi? I am not at the auto show tomorrow. I will be here Sunday through next Sunday, but I have got places to be. See, here we go. Here's an answer they put on the screen, 11,000 kilos. Thank you for those who know things and throw things on. I have forgotten more than some people know, and it's amazing. It's so difficult to keep things in the current because certain topics I cover once and then never look at them again.
Take a look at what's recently come out with our tow truck safety. Was it TSSCA? Tow truck safety, and what's the whole name of the legislation?
You're just standing in front of the camera.
Oh.
You're just standing in front of that camera. It's all good.
What's the name of it? Tow truck safety and storage, something act. In fact, I gotta find it now because it's so brand new. I haven't got to commit it to memory.
Okay, you look that up. In the meantime, the question was, what is the violation for passengers with a driver who only has a G1? Well, if you don't have your full class G and you are not qualified with 4 years experience, then you are not accompanying as a supervising driver. You're just a passenger with an unlicensed driver, and they're probably getting towed home, and you're going to have an interesting night because we would charge the driver for G1 unaccompanied. Now, if it was your car, we might charge you with a violating or allowing someone to or permitting someone to violate a condition of their license. So if you loan someone a car that isn't licensed, we'll charge you.
Yes, and there is a charge for it. And it's Towing and Storage Safety and Enforcement Act. That is brand new, just came out. Well, it's been out, but it just came in enforcement January the 1st, and we're still learning the ins and outs of that.
We're getting a feedback loop. I don't know if it's your camera. Maybe it's me. It keeps popping. Oh, no, we're good now. Sorry for the loop. Tint question. Ontario Safety Dot says 70%, but all the tin shops say 30% is legal. But that's the same thing. It's the same thing. 70% of light luminescence getting through is 30% light blockage. So it depends on how you're measuring, but the result is the same. 30% light blockage, 70% light must get through. I think it's always interesting when depending on what manufacturer advertises or rates their stuff. Am I getting this loop back? Yeah, I keep muting it, and it keeps bringing back minimal volume, and then it gives me a feedback loop. Weird. All right. Alex wants to know what's with all the speed cameras. That's not what I want. Here. There we go. What's with all the speed cameras? Show. What's with all the speed cameras? There's more speed cameras than there were before. However, there's not enough because we have still got a ton of people speeding.
I know in my neighborhood, there's about 3 streets that I just saw a sign that have speed cameras coming. There's so much speeding within the city, and we just don't have the officers to cover every place all the time. The advantage of speed cameras, they're 24/7, so it doesn't matter whether or not you're traveling at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. Speed will be enforced in that area. And a lot of the times, if you take a look, those cameras are very close to school zones, if not in school zones in most places.
We got a question about, is this really necessary? I'm assuming police officers on TikTok, on social media, answering traffic and police questions to the public. Why are we here?
We're here for traffic safety. I'm here on my holidays doing traffic safety. So yes, it's necessary.
Well, traffic safety, at least a huge component of it, is education. If we can educate people about what's right, wrong, and otherwise, hopefully they make better choices, and maybe we don't lose as many people on the road. And if we are really doing a great job, nobody dies as a result of this. We lost 45 people in the city of Toronto last year. I believe 27 or 29 of them were pedestrians. It's because drivers are making really poor decisions when driving.
And one of the biggest poor decisions that I see being made, and it's based on what my primary responsibility is the fact that individuals are driving impaired.
And you are a breath tech and a drug recognition expert?
Yes.
So what kind of stuff do you see?
So as a breath tech and a drug recognition evaluator, my primary responsibility is to test individuals who have been investigated and arrested for impaired operation. And that's either through alcohol or drug. And just last 2 days that I was working, I ended up doing 2 breath tests. 2 individuals came in, both of them arrested in, let me see here, 32 division, so that was North York, and both individuals blew over 200 milligrams.
I'm trying to get the audio to stop playing. It's really annoying. Okay. Michael says, Michael's a truck driver. He says, as a AB class holder, you are restricted to auto transmission if you have auto transmission restricted.
That's what I thought. Yes, because the new regulations came out where certain trucks do have a capability of being automatic versus what I grew up with, where they were all manual. And if you're only trained on automatic, you're restricted to automatic.
A lot of people making really silly comments about immigration and government policies when coming to. This has got nothing to do with our channel. We are traffic safety, traffic law, general policing questions. If you want to talk about politics, please take it somewhere else. We're not going to engage in that. Let's see here. Where can I ride an electric bike and where can I not ride an electric bike? This is a really interesting question because there's a lot of confusion as to what's lawful as an e-bike. And if you have an e-bike, it has to be not just electric, but conform to the regulations to be anything other than a motorcycle. If you have an e-bike that does 80 kilometers an hour, it's not an e-bike. It's a motorcycle, clear as day.
But if you do have an e-bike and it does conform to the regulations, then it's treated like a bike.
However, there are restrictions. So if you have an e-bike that looks like a motorcycle, it can't be in a cycle track. It can only be in a cycle lane and a Shero or a regular lane like everybody else. But if you have a pedelec, which is one that looks like a bicycle, acts like a bicycle, just augments, there's no throttle, you can't twist your wrist and go, then it can be anywhere that a bicycle can be.
So the bike paths.
Everywhere. But those are the only ones. Anything that looks like a bicycle or scooter, anything that looks like a motorcycle or scooter, if it looks like some kind of thing out of a space movie, it's probably not going to be legal. And you have to have functional pedals.
For my clarification, you're referring to what would be bylaw restrictions.
Those are specific to the City of Toronto rules, yes. Right. Absolutely, you are right. How do you feel about charges or changes? Changes to Hyde Park. I don't know what changes we're talking about.
I think, I don't know specifically, but I think it's restrictions on motor vehicles in Hyde Park.
I know they were talking about it. I didn't realize they actually did it.
Again, goes beyond my scope at this point in time.
Now we have a question. Are we MTO certified officers?
Can I inspect trucks?
Well, we can inspect trucks because anybody authorized under the Act can do so. However, MTO, there's a course for CMV specialists. Yes. Have you done it?
I have not.
Nor have I.
I have partners that I work with that have, and when a truck needs to be inspected that goes beyond my capabilities, I call them immediately. They know all the regulations, all the weights. They have all the tools to complete a very thorough safety inspection, as well as whether or not they're conforming to the rules.
Let's see here. I'm looking for hi. Oh, Stephen Bell says hi to you both. Brandon says, I can't make it down today, but we'll be there Sunday. Cool. I will be here Sunday. Oh, Jay Costa says, was great to see you, officer, at Auto Show today. It was great to see you, too. Now, I would be lying if I said I know exactly who you are based on your username. I met a whole bunch of magical people. Everyone's been coming down. They watch the show. They
You are a celebrity.
I am not a celebrity. I just happen to be a guy who's hard to miss. Who has a name tag? I have a name tag.
So I'm sitting.
You tell the story. I'll be right back.
I walk in the shadow. So he's been walking around, taking a look at a few of the exhibits, and we just came back from lunch, and he was stopped every 20 feet, and everybody told him that they recognized him from TikTok.
I can't use my cell phone. All this a-hole
I'm trying to find. I realized I put my bag somewhere, but I have a tool that I think can stop this bloody thing from making noise, which I'll use tomorrow to make this better.
But you're not here tomorrow.
No, Sunday, but I make it better. I am not here tomorrow. Yes.
Just clarify.
What's this question? The question is, having a driver's license, a commercial term in Canada is not. Oh, okay. This is Freeman of the Land baloney. Thanks for sharing your opinions, but you must have a license to operate a motor vehicle in Canada, in Ontario, pretty much everywhere.
Yep. I don't think there's a nation in the world that doesn't require some form of driver's license to operate a motor vehicle.
However, many people want to continue to try and say that if it's not for commercial purposes, it's not required to have a license. And then people get arrested listening to the crap that people are sharing when they're misinformed.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, so their education usually takes place.
Can you pop this car? And you're going to be on camera in 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, my microphone's still. I keep forgetting I'm wearing a microphone. I walk away and I'm talking to somebody else. And I'm wearing a microphone. I want to get into plug a thing to make this mute. Anyway, all right.
What do you need specifically?
I just need a lightning port adapter so I can plug it in and disable the audio.
I have one right in that bag.
Oh, yeah. I have headphones. I'm just going to plug them in. Let's see here.
I have a charger cable.
Charger won't disable it because it knows it's a charger.
Oh, I see.
All right. What do we have here? If you're 16 and you don't drink, and you drink, if you're 16 and you drink non-alcohol but driving at the same time, will you get a ticket? So you're stopped for drinking a near beer.
Near beer. All regulations. Not what its namesake is. So it's not a great idea. I wouldn't recommend it. But whether or not you can be charged with it, no.
Yeah. Have you done it?
Got it.
Cable didn't work. I have headphones, but they're in a different case. Okay, I give up. Let's see what else we have here.
You said near beer? No.
I say near beer is not an issue.
I say near beer is not an issue.
You might get pulled over.
The difficulty is it looks so close to what a normal bottle of beer would look like. If you were driving down the road drinking it, do not be surprised when the police officer pulls you over and wants to investigate you for drinking an alcoholic beverage while operating a vehicle.
And expect to provide a breath sample.
Yeah. And with mandatory alcohol screening, doesn't matter whether it's near beer or not. If a police officer makes a demand of you to provide that sample, you will comply. Failing to do so will result in a criminal charge.
Okay, Mike was talking about vehicle. Okay, blah, 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 blah. We need driver and vehicle standards for safety, regardless of CMV or not. Do not drive to avoid responsibility and driver's license requirements. So discussing the whole concept of that baloney we were discussing earlier. Okay, it has been a blast. We've been chatting for a little while. I think we should record some B-roll, maybe upload some videos. I got to record something for Friday. It's every Friday I talk about the impaired driving stats. We'll do that. We've got a whole bunch of people who've been sort of milling about waiting to talk to us.
Yep.
But we'll do this live again if we have time later, and definitely on Sunday. Now that we've got it all worked out and know that there was a switch I didn't switch.
Okay.
Anyway, this is that thing we do called ASKaTrafficCOP. We do it weekdays from 10 to 11, but because we're at the auto show, we're not doing it on a regular schedule. We'll try our best to let you know in advance, but follow us everywhere so you get notified when we go live, and then you can ask us your traffic and police questions. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Stay safe, drive sober, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, turn this off.